So talking about denial, we all do it, we all did it at some stage. Why? Why do we have the need to deny who we really are? Why are we so afraid to become visible? Visible with our emotions, we're visible with who we really are. Why are we denying to ourselves our potential of who we are, what can we do, what can we achieve, and our feelings? The simple answer to this is fear. We are just afraid, and we are afraid of many different things. One of them could be being afraid of being judged. You know, we're so afraid that somebody can actually judge us, and then they will spread the rumors about us, or they might not have a good opinion on us, or that our reputation somehow can be ruined. So the first, probably the main, why are we denying so much is fear from being judged. But today let's look at a bit different approach to denial, because I was talking about fear in my previous lives, and I was talking about emotions as well, which fear is emotion. But today, how about if we would look at denial when it comes to emotions of, let's say, grief? Why do we find it so hard to actually be so emotional in front of somebody else? Why are we so afraid to show the real self? Because many times when I'm working with people, what I have noticed is that you don't want to show your own true emotions. You don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want to be sad in front of somebody. You don't want to be what you really feel. You know, and that really is visible when it comes to grief, because when someone that we love so much, and we loved and we still do, and they all of a sudden passed away, we get all this sorry and all these messages from people, but that's just for the couple of days, if you were lucky, a couple of weeks. And then what happens then is we feel that there's this expectation on us that we should be moving on, and we should go on with life as it was normal again. Deep inside, our soul is screaming with huge sadness. It's crying and it's screaming. But yet, our logic doesn't allow us to feel what we really feel. And then we go onto like an autopilot. Then we get very disconnected from our body. So this is our emotions. And then our logic, our mind kind of takes control. And then we feel very disconnected. Let me just share something with you. Not that long ago, I was working with a person. I met this person for the first time, and as we were talking, you know, I asked her what this person needs from me and what is expected, you know. And the surface issue was COVID. But as the way I'm working, I always like to dig into something really like deep emotions. I want people to connect with themselves. And I asked this person, did ever anything happen happened to you, like any trauma, any loss, anything that had really significant change into your life. And this person was like, yeah, actually, you know what? Yes, it happened. I'm like, okay, what happened? And this person said, my partner passed away 10 years ago. I'm like, okay. And how was that for you? Did you grieve? Yeah, like, that was 10 years ago. Like, sure, that, no way, like, this is impacting me now. Wow. Even that response to me was, no, you haven't dealt with that. Of course, I didn't say it. I had to be, hey, Maya. Of course, I had to be much more gentle, but that's what happens. I work with many people who are actually dealing with grief. And only now, hi Anna, thank you so much. And only like after a couple of years of someone passing away, now they think that this frustration comes along, that they lost, and they just don't know themselves, and they think they are confused, they don't know what is really going on. And why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did this huge disconnect happen from, let's say, what happened 10, 5, 3 years ago? Why is it affecting those people right now? It's because they didn't allow themselves to really feel what they really felt. They were in denial, and you see, they were not only denying their emotions, but they also were denying themselves, the true self, the soul. And of course, if you're doing that, of course you will disconnect from yourself. Of course you will be on an autopilot, trying to have a normal life when everything inside you is crying for help. Why are we so afraid of running away from being sad? And many of you would say now, oh, it's the social expectations, that we don't want upset people who are around us. So my first question is, are they really your friends? Because friends are not only for the good times. But another thing is, if you feel like you can't be sad with all around your friends, who can you be then? Like, where is okay then for you to be actually safe to be sad? Why do we actually put ourselves on this huge, I lost the word. Oh my God. Why pressure? Why are we actually putting ourselves to this huge pressure of being happy all the time? Life isn't about being happy all the time. Life is about being real. If you're sad, be sad. You see, the other thing that comes with sadness is that we are actually terrifying of being sad. We're terrifying because what will happen if we actually will be sad, and there's this huge risk of us getting into the unknown. And when I say that, what I mean is, how long am I going to be sad for? Is this going to be safe? Will I be able to get out of the sadness and look after my kids the next day? If I would be sad, this is very uncomfortable. And if it is so uncomfortable, there's this urge of running away. Hey, Mamush. We are running away all the time. We are running away from ourselves. When we are running away from our emotions, we are running away from our true selves. If you feel like you cannot sit with what you feel, then what's going to happen? Like, if you can't sit with you and you can't accept that this is what you feel, then you're putting a mask, like a facade of being happy, but it's fake. And you can fake yourself for only this amount of time. Hi, Nico, hi. Oh, my darling. I will see him in 5 days' time. I'm so excited. Okay, coming back. So, if you're running away from your own emotions, if you can't be sad because sadness makes you uncomfortable, then something, like, what is going on inside you? Why are you denying yourself? Like, when you're denying your emotions, when you're denying how you really feel, and I know I'm talking about sadness here, but this could be any emotion. When you keep faking it, you're making yourself more and more disconnected from your heart, from your soul. And your mind, your body, oh, it's one system. It got to work together. It can't be disconnected. Your mind can go one way and then your heart goes other way. Because then it makes you feel chaotic. You have then no idea what to do. You have no idea then how your future, or then like, and how your future would look like. But also when it comes to then, when you're so disconnected from yourself, your intuition is gone. And then when that is gone, like, how do you really meant to make any decisions? Decisions that are actually right for you. Yes. You see, so we think denying our feelings, it's something small. But it's not. It's not small. It's part of you. It's part of who you are. It's part of your experience. If you don't allow yourself to feel your experience, then what else will? Your life, my dear, belongs to you. Don't be afraid of taking charge of who you really are. And if that means grief, if that means being sad, be sad. Actually be sad. Allow yourself to be sad. Stop minding everybody else around you. I can't be sad because this will upset my partner. I can't be sad because this will upset my kids. Allow them see yourself so vulnerable. Allow them see that emotions are good. When you're allowing yourself feel what you have to feel, you're normalizing those feelings. You're normalizing those feelings to your partner. You're normalizing those feelings to your kids. It's okay to be sad from time to time. But you see, from my experience, it's not the sadness is the issue. It's the length of the time that we don't know how long we're going to be sad for. That's what is the issue, because that is the unknown. And we don't like when we don't know things. Oh my god, I can't say that. In a life that goes so fast. We got it. We are not giving ourselves time to slow down. We're not giving ourselves time to just be and feel. Don't expect yourself to be happy all the time. Deep inside you can, but also don't be afraid of going into the unknown when you're feeling sad. Just be sad. Be sad for yourself, be sad for your loss, be sad because someone hurt you. You deserve that from yourself. Stop disconnecting yourself from your soul. Your messages brings you huge guidance. Your emotions are guiding you. But that doesn't come from the 3D world. This comes something from you, from within. You got to connect with that if you want to know what is really going on. You deserve this. You deserve yourself. You deserve to give this to yourself. The unknown, yes, it can be terrifying. But their creation, anything that is good for us, actually is only able to be created from the unknown, not from the place that you already know. Nothing can be created from the place of the known, because you already know it. So nothing new can come out of it. If for a long time you have been denying your emotions and yourself, and there's a huge disconnect, come back. Go there. Go there with yourself. Feel sad. Even though it makes you uncomfortable, even though you don't know how long you're going to be sad for, just allow yourself to be sad. Because that's where is the place for you to create something new, the new you. Having said that, I'm sure the concept of self-care is well known to you, and you have been hearing about the self-care all over the internet and everywhere else. But also, self-care doesn't have to be only like eating healthy and going outside. Actually, I'm so sorry for all the distractions. I have a very busy house today. Oh, okay. But self-care can also be what? Allowing yourself for what you really feel. That is self-care. Like being kind to yourself. Like what more kindness can you give yourself if not allowing yourself to truly feel what you really do? So that actually comes with much more, something much bigger than just allowing yourself to feel something. With that, you're giving yourself a message of accepting yourself. Yes, I'm going to be sad, but also the little message that is actually not written down is what? I'm accepting myself. I feel good enough to give myself an evening when I can be sad, when I can be angry. Who is going to say no? Who's going to stop me? If I want to be sad, I'm going to be sad. What more self-acceptance can you give to yourself? Things that makes you very uncomfortable, things that make people around you probably uncomfortable, things that you're feeling that you might be judged by, or people might jump in and try to fix you. No, this isn't about fixing. This is about letting yourself feel what you really, truly feel deep inside. And not being afraid that someone's going to judge you. Because if you're not judging yourself, if you're allowing yourself to really feel what you're going to feel, even if it happened, even if someone else judged you for it, how important it's going to be in your life? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be very important, actually. I don't think it's going to play a huge impact. Because you have allowed yourself to feel and be real. So if you're real with yourself, that's the biggest gift you can give yourself. Self-acceptance, self-kindness, and staying real. That's what makes you keep connected with yourself. Between your mind, your head, and your body, your emotions. If this is working, if this is connected, you're home. My dear, you're home. I hope this life gave you something to think about. Because there's so many people who are so disconnected from themselves. I see them every day in my work. But I also have this huge privilege of seeing people coming back to themselves. I have this huge privilege seeing people of feeling much more empowered than the first time we met. And this is why I am doing those lives to you, because I want you to feel empowered. This is not me trying to fix the world and trying to save you from impending doom. No, absolutely. That's not my intention. My intention is to show you how powerful you can be. My intention is to show you your power, your strength that comes from within you. You don't need people or external validation for you to feel strong, to feel empowered. All of those good things come from inside. But for you to actually feel this, you got to stay real with yourself.